Hello students, in this lecture video I'll be telling you about chapter 6 test and measurement in sports. Firstly, we should note that this 6.2 part is deleted from the revised syllabus. Rest parts we have to cover. So let's get started with 6.1 topic, that is motor fitness test. So tests and measurements are very essential part of sports to decide that which sports person can perform which type of sports with the needed skills. So tests are used to collect the data that which person or athlete has what type of skill, what type of behavior, and measurements are giving the quantitative data like the vital capacity, achievements, height, weight, flexibility, etc. So let us first look at the motor fitness test. What is motor fitness? From the word motor means movement, fitness means the body that is fit to perform an activity. So, how the athlete is capable enough, whether he is capable enough or not, to perform any activity or any sports effectively. So, these are the following tests which we will cover one by one. Firstly, 50-meter standing start or 50-meter dash. So this will measure the speed. We need a track and stopwatch. So some, you can say, parallel lines are drawn for 50 meters, and the athlete or the person will run through this 50-meter stand. And with the stopwatch, within seconds, the score is recorded to the nearest tenth of a second. So it is a very, very, you can say, a sensitive test for measurement of the speed. Next is 600-meter run or walk, which will measure the endurance, means the ability to sustain a particular activity, that is endurance. So the equipment required over here is a 600-meter track and stopwatches. So the person will stand behind the standing line, the front line, and then will start running. So time can be recorded in minutes and seconds. Again, it can be compared. Then another, to assess the flexibility of a sports person, that is a sit and reach motor test. So what is the purpose? Basically to see the flexibility of the spine, the lower back. So here what is required? A sit and reach box like this, or a makeshift ruler, means a ruler to measure that where these fingertips are touching. So the person, first of all, who is taking the test has to remove the socks and the shoes and has to touch these toes on this sit and reach box. Then the person will bend with the hands over here and the fingertips has to touch over this measurement ruler. Then it can be measured that what distance the fingertips of both hands has covered, because there will be a measuring line on the box. Next is what are its advantages? It's a very simple test to know the flexibility. Only disadvantage is that it is only good for checking flexibility of joints of lower back, not to the other joints of the body. Next is partial curl up, like the sit ups or crunches. That is this partial curl up means half crunch you have to do. This tests the strength and endurance of the abdominal muscles. So over here we need a cushioned surface and a recording sheet and pen so that we record that how many push-ups have been done over a period of time. So not push-ups, sit-ups. So first of all, the person lies down in a supine position for on the cushion surface, and head is neutral. Slowly the person will move up and down. So the number of these partial, means half curl up, are counted. Advantages: it's very quick, no extra equipment is required, and many subjects or many students or persons can perform this test at a time. Next is push-ups, which can be done by boys to test the strength as well as endurance. So they'll have this type of a mat and they have this position on the toes and hands. So this will come in 90 degrees and they have to move up and down. So the number of push-ups performed can be counted. For girls, there is modified push-ups where the upper body strength and endurance is checked, wherein the modified way is that the hands and knees both can touch the mat. Here we can see na, knees are not touching, but here in this test the only difference is the count of these modified push-ups is done. Next is standing broad jump. So this will test the power of legs. So a sandy pit is required wherein the subject will jump. So the length of the jump which is covered can be noted down in feet and inches. Next is 4 into 10 meter shuttle run. This will have the test to measure the agility, that is the ability to change the direction. So we have wooden blocks over here, that is 10 into 5 into 5 centimeters. These are 10 meters apart. So a wooden block can be kept over here, small block. So they have to run, touch this, come back, again run, touch this. So this type of change in the direction is then measured. So record of the time to complete the test is done in seconds, and the subject has to run, lift the block, run again. So this will help in judging the speed of changing the direction.